YogiTime.com. Please click one of those Google ads if it seems appealing, no more than one per tournament, because that does support our paying tournaments. And also, if you click that Amazon link and buy anything, not just those products, a little bit of those proceeds does go to us. And there's one really cool laptop bag out there that I really want. So also check the schedule page. It will show you we have a Platinum Below tournament rolling on Saturday, and then we will be adding more tournaments on for next week as we continue to spread our tournaments out. So here we go in game 2 of the finals. We have got spawning in the top in the pink is the purple Zerg BoomHeadshot, and in the bottom we have the green Zerg FSMuTaLisk down one game. So we're going to see if he is going to stick with his standard style, or if he is going to if he's going to stick standard, if he's going to try to play a little more aggressive at the beginning. The second game to me is always the most interesting because you got two different perspectives going on here, and that is Boom has got a game he can throw away. I mean, not that anyone wants to throw a game away, but he can try something a little more aggressive, a little more a little bit more cheesy if he wants to. It looks like he's going to go very standard moving with his. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 15 hatch, but it looks like it is not. Looks like that's going to be his scout. Oh, there it goes. There goes 15 hatch. And then you also, on the flip side over here, you've got FSMuTaLisk, who can pull off some cheese himself because he really needs something to pull back in. But right now we're seeing them both opening the exact same way as before. A 15 expand for BoomHeadshot, a 16 expand for FSMuTaLisk. FS is again the first one to get on gas, and Boom is the first one to get his pool going. So far we are seeing absolutely nothing different than before. And we just need to see if there's going to be anything that FS can do differently to get back into this, or is BoomHeadshot going to be able to take a 2-game sweep, as we do see FSMuTaLisk going ahead and being able to get his read on that expansion. At the same time, we have BoomHeadshot, who actually uses a drone to pull over for it. You know, as his pull is going to finish up first, he does have the ability, once again, oh, he is going for the Evo chamber down. I'm really surprised he did not go for the spine right there. But he is BM Evo chambering as he is working on getting his 2 queens out right now. Zergling speed on its way for FS, and FS is going to get roaches out fast. So at this point, it looks like he's just going to go ahead and take these first lanes, deal with it a little bit. We got 4 lanes on the other side that are going to start working their way forward as well. That was kind of an expensive thing to lay down for something that can't do damage. I mean, it's not too much money, but a spine could have been utilized a little bit better, because that gives him at least the versatility to be attacking instead of just sitting there. But hey, not my money. And here comes BoomHeadshot again over with another drone that is not going to make it across. It's going to get picked off by Lings, because we've got early Lings that are working their way across. Looks like FS wants to be super aggressive here. The Queen's in position, the Zerglings are in position, and we have a spine about to pop, and it looks like he's going to stand there instead of doing a run by. And he does have to pull back, as he is able to start pulling roaches out onto the field. So we've got 12 more links coming out for BoomHeadshot at the same time that we've got this second spine about to come out, but the roaches are going to make a big difference in this play. So we're going to see how this turns out. Creep getting taken out a little bit. He's going to go ahead and try to do a run by a little bit. Walks into some lings and starts to pull his way back. At this point, BoomHeadshot is going to just follow him up, heading back home, and does not know that FS goes ahead and pulls his workers off there, and he's going to walk into a roach wall, which is not going to be working his advantage all that well, as these lings are trying to figure out what to do, but they see no workers over there. He's pulled all of them, and at this point, it's just a matter of FS starting to push back and make him head back home. He does stop because the zerglings are quicker for engagement. Here comes the roaches into the mix of it as well, and Boom is having to run back home again. More roaches on the way for FSMuTaLisk, more lings on the way for BoomHeadshot. As this time, FS looks like he wants to be able to rally. Oh, he's going to go ahead and start to push. Waiting for these roaches to make their way across here. And here they go. They're running from the back. Going to go for workers. They're going for a spine. Roaches are hitting on the zerglings. And these roaches are trying to get into the corners where they can't be surrounded. They are taking out lings. The queens are being quite powerful on them. We've got 3 left here who are still standing, who's able to hold that wall, stopping the surround. Here comes more roaches to support this. So 5 more roaches are over here, and he decides to pull back a little bit instead of pushing a little bit further, because those 3 queens and those 2 spines would have been more than he could have been able to deal with. And we are seeing where both of them going up to lair at this point. We've got 3 gases going down for FSMuTaLisk, 2 more gases going down for Boom. I'm expecting Boom to go right to air again, like we saw last time, and we'll see what happens. Both of these guys right now have got very similar army and worker counts, and there has been 4 workers killed by BoomHeadshot, but overall this has been a fairly even matchup of things going on here. This one little ling keeps trying to pick them off. And we are going ahead and seeing this time BoomHeadshot is going to be the first one to go ahead and try to take his 3rd at the same time that he is getting Spire up. And we will see what FS is going to do to try to counter this. He is getting the double Evos going down now. We see the Hydralisk Den coming out for FS as well. So it looks like he is going to go. He's going to go Roach Hydra against the Mutalisk force, and here he goes taking his 3rd as well. The lings going one direction over here, circling around, double checking if there's any base here for BoomHeadshot, and Roach Warrant coming out as well for BoomHeadshot, and these lings by Boom are going to get a chance to come by, try to get a read, and there they go. They're going to see that there are more lings there. He's going to pull back and wait for those roaches. Roach speed is not quite finished up, and it looks like he's just going to do a circle around, possibly. Okay, as Hydralisks are making it out at the same time that Mutalisks are making it out. This is going to be interesting. We are not seeing any spines go down for FS on this one. And Boom is pulling back, just taking this time, letting these mutes get out. At the same time, here comes the Hydralisk to help. He's got to keep a wall in front of them as he is going for the high ground this time for this. And now he's going to circle around. He's got workers. And tried to do a run by. It did not work for him. All he did is lost some lings there. More Hydralisks working in, more lings working in, and we are having an attack on the 3rd here, and looks like FSMut is deciding he is just going to let it fall because he doesn't have as many Hydralisks out as he wants to be able to push on this. And here comes the Hydralisk starting to fire down We have got a MuTALisk down, 2 MuTALisk down, and 3 and 4 MuTALisk do fall, but at the expense of FSMut losing his third, as Lings are going to try to do it run by right into the main. Some Zerglings are there to catch up with it, but and all his roaches are pulled back as well, so he was in a decent position to deal with that. As we are seeing more mutes working their way across, more roaches coming out for, more roaches coming out for BoomHeadshot this time, which is, and we do see that Hydralisk pickoff is going to supply block BoomHeadshot. We are seeing six spines going down, and these overlords are getting punished. He is now just now getting back up, but he is having to deal with the fact that he's supply blocking again, as it looks like FS wants to come over here, and he goes ahead and spots where that fourth is. He wants to go ahead and try to punish that out. Doesn't have all that many roaches to support this this Hydralisk push here, and here he goes. He's going into the third now. We've got spines falling to the roaches. MuTALisks are falling to the Hydralisk, and now we've got roach Hydralisk against roaches here. There's just more roaches. We're going to see how this is able to turn out, as these Hydralisks are just really doing some damage on these powerful roaches. One more spine does go up, and he is pulling back, and looks like the spine falls as well. It looks like the queen is going down, as more roaches by FS are helping to support this. And once again, he is going to attack this third, as his third is finished back up, and his macro hatch is almost finished up. So here we come back. The third does fall right there. Roaches coming in, trying to get the surround on these Hydralisks. These Hydralisks are well paid for themselves at this point. They're having 9 kills, 11 kills. They're doing a lot of damage, and here comes more roach on roach action, as these 4 roaches are running away from a handful more Hydralisks coming out. More roaches coming out for both sides, and we're seeing Boom getting his third back up at the same time that the fourth is going up, as well as the macro is almost finished up. And here comes some action at the fourth, pushing these roaches back, getting some shots on the run. Macro hatch almost finished up. Fourth getting close to finishing up as well. And we are seeing the +2s going up for MuTALisk, as well as the infestation pit. The macro hatch has finished up, and the fourth is almost there. The third is almost back up over here for BoomHeadshot, as he is bringing out more MuTALisk onto the field, as he is almost done with his level 2 upgrades. As he is getting started on his level 2 upgrades, as FSMuTaLisk does have his finished off. And there goes the fourth up for FS, and more mutes on the way. Here goes some more spines going down to deal with some of the mutes. As the mutes are working their way across the map, they're going to walk right into some Hydralisks over here. Needs to be careful about. As he's got, he's waiting for the next one, which is going to give him 8 in play. And he is going to pick off, he's going for the score pick off. He gets canceled off at the last second. And he is continuing to just hold his position. FS is just continuing to hold his position here. He is going ahead and getting the energy upgrade for infestors. He wants to get infestor play. So here comes the roaches and the MuTALisk. Looks like there's a little bit split going up here. Trying to get them in position so he can go for an attack. And both these guys seem to be positioning themselves, getting ready, and it looks like BoomHeadshot is actually going to pull something back and going to go roach first in, And looks like he's going to take his Hydralisk another direction, which is being seen by FS. And he's going to try to split this army up. He is ready to flank on both sides. And FS is pushing in at the natural, pulling back a little bit when he sees the queens there. And Fester's working their way out for the first time for FSMuTaLisk. And here we go. We have got a good surround by Boom on this one. He is able to pull those roaches to the back. And Fester working its way out, falls before it's able to do anything. Hydralisks are falling to these roaches at this point. And here's more Hydralisks standing back here as it looks like all the Mutalisks did fall. We're down to roaches against Hydralisks here. More roaches on the way for FSMuTaLisk to help deal with this as he is pushing Boom backwards. And looks like he's going to stop there at mid-ground, stop the push as he's bringing out more infestors again. And we are seeing a fourth go down for BoomHeadshot again. And here comes getting close to some engagement. Just a few of them chasing back, pulling in. Fester's coming out for both sides now. And it looks like some changelings working their way across so he can get a chance to see what's going on ahead of this. Oh, and he's going to be partially out of position here as he takes his Zelnaga as these roaches again split themselves up to try to get us around here. This time they're going to walk into infestors as well. And it looks like this handful of roaches are gonna push on this fourth of Booms as he is transferring workers, and it is forcing BoomHeadshot to pull back, and he cancels off at the last second. Here he comes back, bringing all of his roaches forward, and they are going to be chasing FS's back as he goes to lay it back down again. All these infestors taking the high ground behind this fourth here. Going to move in for a little bit of vision if he can so that he can throw something in. They are working their way around. And so we got roaches coming on one side. We've got the infestors on the top. The Overseer is getting hit. And here goes. We have got big battle engagement here. Bungle's going down quite well for Boom. FS is just keeping his back for now. And he is going to clean this up as FS is taking a further lead, moving his way forward as his +3s are on the way. He is pushing it back up towards the natural. Roaches, Hydralisks, Ultralisks, and infestors all pushing towards the natural. Bungle thrown on the roaches as they're pulling back again, and this time we have BoomHeadshot giving the GG. So game 2 goes to FSMuTaLisk. Another well-played game. We are all tied up here, folks, as we are going into game 3 here, which will be Boom's map pick.